Hello there, and welcome back to Let's Play SETI. I'll be your host, Haircut SETI. I already know it looks great, but feel free to comment that it does anyway, and press subscribe while you're there. What's the story today? You know what the story today is. We got a new Anima mythic who actually makes Anima season exist again. The other story today is that I'm recording this with 19 minutes left in the season, which means that we have to kind of go fast. So we're only going to watch the ones that actually feature Freyr, which means starting here, and you might have to turn off some animations. I don't know. This is not the most exciting match, so we will in fact not have animations on for it. What did the enemy team bring? A plus 10 Erica. A lot of plus 10s, actually, is what the enemy team brought. Plus 10 Aether? I actually think this might be the best Astro mythic right now. I think she's amazing. And what is my team? This is not my final team. This was a, basically just slotting him into the team I was already using. So, we're not going to spend any time analyzing my team here, because it was not to stay. The whole point of this team would have been to use Asker to pre-charge a scutcheon on the Mortis, the near savior. Didn't realize that that wasn't actually going off, so that's kind of where my head was at. Now, they look to be going for something. Okay, Erica is able to take down that guy with the help of the Bolt Tower. And my team advances, and Asker snaps, and Hector gets in nice and deep, nice and far. And that's that. They just really mostly have ranged units left, don't have a really good, even their melee units don't really match up well into these two. It's kind of just over, so I don't think it was the correct approach. Next up, now this looks like a big failure, but when you watch it, you're going to understand why it makes me believe in my strategies. So this is much, I think this is pretty much the team I settled on. So what do we have here? We have your near savior, we have triple mythics, by the way, to make the savior a little bit hard, to make the far savior a little bit harder to break. I'm trying to figure out what units are now like newly viable thanks to Freyr, because like Anima season had been pretty punishing for a while because of Elamian's existence. So here what we have, and for this one we actually got to turn on animations, I'm sorry. So what we have here, this is a unit I've always wanted to use as a nuke, and it feels much easier to get her an amount of support that makes her snap now. So I'm finally doing it. I actually made some sacrifices, gave her a full kit, and I think she's an amazing unit. For my test, she kind of just does incredible things. She is balanced out by Shamir, who... So the idea here is that they're both pretty fast, but Shamir's much faster, so Shamir's kind of the speed check passer, and Celica's kind of the everything else passer. Because with this kit, if they counterattack, she hits off a double Luna, guaranteed, if she doubles. And she also gets, like, follow-up denial from Resonance. She gets null follow-up from Speed Tactics, so... She's also surprisingly difficult to player phase, because if you don't outspeed and double her, she kind of just can't die. Like, if you don't outspeed, double her, and have null follow-up, she actually just will miracle, which is really cool. And then Shamir complements by adding that Panic and Discord, so it's like a stat, swing. You know what, she kind of crushes like Lucia and that sort of stuff too that Celica can struggle with. And then we have your classics. I'm just running Freyr with Hardy Bearing. I think he has a really nice matchup into most of the common Vantage units, and are more stats going to make that much of a difference for him? I don't know. Hardy Bearing seems nice to have, so I don't have any sweeps on this team. I think the real star of the show is this Far Savior. Now, I know he doesn't hit back, which is a problem. It makes hit and run a little bit of a thing. I'm working on fixing that. But, he can live a quad from Aether. He can live most quads from Aether. If you don't get the guard on him, I think he might be able to live every quad from Aether. It's, with the amount of true damage he has and color advantage, it's spectacular. So that's the team. Now what did this team bring? Look at this, a bunch more plus 10s, heavily invested ones at that. Maybe not a bunch more. Oh, but there's this. So we ran into this. Like the worst possible draw this week. And plus 10. So quite a few plus 10s around here. Quite a few. And what's this? Only +1. Okay, maybe there's not that many +10s. So let's see how they approach this. Taking their time to set up, as one does. Testing the trap to get in position, and now what they do is take a free shot on Rudolph to activate the AI. But look at this, right? Saver is a hard-hitting unit. That's nothing. Hardy Fighter is now viable because specifically of Freyr. It used to be eliminable. Now it's actually something you can use, which is pretty cool. And now my team starts to go in. Okay. We hold a decent formation. There's a lot of protection offered, except Shamir's out of position. Maybe I shouldn't have swap on Katria. If I didn't have swap on Katria, like, Shamir would be safe, but Katria wouldn't. It almost doesn't matter here, but watch what happens. So they see the pick on Shamir and they take it. Smart. And they go after Famortis, who actually lives this pretty handily, I believe? Yeah, like, quite handily. Like, I'm very impressed by this unit as a near savior. I think he does well. So what do you think happens here? $25 times 2, that looks pretty good, right? Oh, right. Elamine exists.
Your dreams end here.
So I should have given him Bonfire. Glimmer was a holdover from when I had Asker on the team. Bonfire makes more sense. I like Glimmer with Asker because then it's pre-charged and you get it off again if they counterattack and charge. Here, if I can charge a Bonfire, so it just makes more sense to take it. That was my mistake. And did I miss the part where... No, here it is.
I do.
So I'm basically just infinitely frustrated with this feels like a win to me. Despite not getting any KOs, this suggests to me that the team works and like its follow-up turn is good enough. That's what I'm getting. And also, like, this unit is also made viable specifically by, like, the buffs and, like, anti-panic support, soft anti-panic support that Freyr offers, but he's also really good because his weapon works just as well into, like, the one rangers. Like, he can do a lot. He's got that nice blue color to sort of safely chip at Omni tanks, at least. It's really, really, really impressed by this guy. Very, very good form of purchase. Very, very good form of purchase, turns out. Turns out, Phoenix Master steered me right. Thank you, PM1. You're the guy. And from here, they just kind of clean up. But the Freyr is putting in some work, I must say. I think his bonus weeks are going to be a bit of a ride. Bit of a ride. Not looking forward to fighting him, but very excited to keep on using him for my own selfish purposes. And yeah, this is pretty free to clean up. There it is. It's all over. Alright, gotta speed through the remaining replays. We have 3. What's this one? It's a rematch. Oh, this one's important. Okay, yeah, so we're just gonna let this one play out. I don't think the merges are particularly noteworthy here. A little bit large. But, so they're trying to player phase Gale Force, Edelgard, hit and run maybe type thing. Watch this. 24 times 4. Looks a little bad to me. But it turns out that Deflect Melee and Pavis go crazy together. Another 24 times 4. I'm honestly impressed that she was able to bring him down that low, despite never really doing any damage. But he's like a mythic, right? He doesn't have that much HP, so I'm just... Near save's a good roll for him. I'm proud of my fodder usage. They go in one more time. Now that he's taken a little bit more damage. But now, see, she's not getting the quad there because of the resonance from Freyr. The resonance, the defensive resonance thing is so good. It is spectacular. And then this is about as strong as as strong formation as I can offer, and there is simply no way to live the onslaught or attack in because everybody is covered except for Celica. And like Mira if you could get through, but good luck. So yeah, I'm really liking the way the follow-up turns look for this team, other than maybe that swap on Katria. I don't know. Let me know what you think I should do about that swap on Katria. Next up, we have this one. Oh, this is a good one. I like this one very much. So we got Chrom. Bonus Chrom does big numbers. We got Elamine. Not doing as much today, unfortunately. We got the +10 Arena Plum Plum. And we have +10 Thor and her friend +10 Thor, naturally. Thor with the Omega defense, Plumeria with the Omega speed. And a Dimitri who is +2 with a pretty standard kit. Surprised you're running attack defense unity on the Forma. I have speed res unity, or speed res finish on mine, and I think it is incredible, even though it gives, like, not the stats you would expect. But there are many ways to use Dimitri that are all quite good and viable. Maybe they're trying to take advantage of these bright shrines or something. I don't know. Anyway, 50 speed visible is pretty good, so let's run this. So they make the strong play of taking the pots, which are kind of free if you go for them. And slowly get into position. Now, I use an unmerged Dimitri in Light Season, and he can tank almost anything. Like, most things. So take a look at what you are about to witness. I remember this replay quite fondly because it's like one of the best illustrations I've seen of the numbers in Fae are a suggestion. 57 times 4. Just kidding, 9. But actually... SS4 goes crazy. And the miracle snaps. She doesn't even... It's a little unfortunate that she didn't need 2 hits to KO there, because another hit with finish would actually bring her to 15 HP, which is just enough to activate her miracle in the enemy phase. But kind of splitting hairs at that point, because Katria is snapping. And perhaps further snaps are... Oh, wow, look at that. Yeah, there are additional snaps here. Finishing animation from FOMO, Big Mort, Rick and Fomorty. And, yeah, you can't really do a whole lot from there. Although, see, this time the follow-up turn's a little bit worse, because Katria is kind of offered up to Chrom, but then you're kind of in a bad position anyway. And, at least, Shamir's also a little bit vulnerable, but you have to kind of go in. I don't know. But with this kind of thing, like, it's... a tank strategy like this, we just have to assume that we can break through, and I think we have the pieces here to do that. Anyway. One more, and it's another defeat, unfortunately, so I haven't completely solved the Freyr meta yet, but I think that both of these defeats, both of these failures that I took are optimistic ones. You know, this one kind of... I think check the tape on this one. It sort of looked like 2 foes defeated to me. And this one is 1 foe defeated. It even looks like it to the game. For once our eyes line up. Okay, so what do we have here? Oh, look at that. It's another hey there. +6. I think she's a great investment. I'm really impressed by the things this unit can do, and just like how... like the support and the nuking potential make her amazing, and the Kanto, like, she fits in so well to like a tanking team just to provide guard and stats, but she also fits well into like a hit and run team. Probably works on a Gale Force team too, but I don't run one in Astra because I lack the pieces. So we got you +10, of course, you +10, of course, you +10, of course. The second +10 Brave Erica I saw this week after I feel like I haven't seen one in months, question mark? People are antsy for that refine. We have my least favorite unit in the game, and we have this one. Okay. So what did they do? Did they cringe me with this guy? No, and I mean no shade to anyone who plays Yuri. I find him infuriating to lose to, and I don't think I'm the only one, and I ham it up for content. Honestly, the only shame to be had in FEH is playing the game at all. Am I right, fam? Do you understand me? I do still enjoy it. I do still enjoy the game. You know what I mean, though. So, he almost lives that. He was 2 away, I guess, from 2 HP away from living against this actually maxed out. Never mind, not ascended attack. So, still, I think it's a positive. It bodes well, right? If I had merges or a defense boon or anything, once we get some more flowers on him in a couple weeks, a lot could happen there. All right, we're on the move. Kind of wish Freyr had moved with the team instead of away. Sort of a free shot for Haith. The Haith. Yurika's movement is taken away, but she can work with that. Wow, she actually beats Rudolph's attack check. That's kind of unexpected. You don't always see that. Maybe he wasn't getting the buff? I think he was, though. Monster hit on Shamir. But, leaves Aether in a little bit too deep. And now, Celica is paying bills with that, difficulty to follow up on. Catch you get false started? Wow. So Celica actually just has it like that. To be able to outspeed Aether. That's pretty cool. And is it the big one? Is it large? Alm is with you. That is a legendary Alm number. Yeah, the SS4 Special Spiral 4 attack speed finish Celica build really goes off. And I love that with Time Spalls she can actually get off 2 Lunas in 1 round of combat with Katria support. And then have it ready to tap someone else if she gets danced because of Special Spiral. Just very, very effective, very fun to use a unit very fun to use 2 nukes that I really like a lot as units. I like getting to have Celica and Shamir. It's very satisfying. I feel like I made a promise years ago that I was going to use Shamir on Anima defense, and I never did because she had a solo condition weapon. I'm finally doing it. Asterisks and fine print, legal, something, something, something. Alright. We did it. We got it in under 20 minutes. Look. Look, we can still view it. There's 1 minute left in the season. So, how do you feel about Freyr? Did you get him? Are you gonna get him? Do you have ideas? I'm still trying to figure out some cool stuff to do, but I am liking, Aster season, Anima season, it was so limiting in which units you could actually get away with using and which strategies were okay. And now it's so much more open. Possibly too open. I'm not super excited to play into it, but it is at least nice that sort of the problem of things getting... Oh, geez, we can't even see my final ranking. Well, you did see that I was tier 39, so that's enough. Yeah, what was I saying? It's... Sometimes, there's sort of been a vice grip on the viable units list for Anima season, and it's nice to see that change at least a little bit, you know? I don't think having a meta that restrictive was super healthy for a game, but hopefully on to bigger and better things. Maybe some more classic Aether raids of yore. Maybe it'll get dramatic so I can make more content. Yeah, let me know what you think about that guy, how your season went, and like and subscribe while you're at it. Okay, that's all I got. This video is a good length. We're gonna call it there. So, more content coming soon, probably. Only on the Let's Play Study channel, or the main channel too, 11 Study. So, till then.